John Bollinger here with Premier Guitar. Today doing a review demo of the Victory V40 Deluxe. Very cool amp. I'll tell you all about it after I tell you about how we're recording it. Couldn't be simpler. This is my 1955 Stratocaster. Pretty much stock, except it's got a 5-way switch, and I think this is new. Not that the pickguard affects the tone, but it's plugged directly into it. Later on, I'll be using a Les Paul so you can hear it all humbuckery. We've got a Royer R121 in front of it, but it's off about, let's say about 8 inches or so. That's running into an FG Quartet and into Pro Tools. So, guitar, amp, mic, Pro Tools, the universe. Let me tell you all about this thing. Hand-built in England, has a choice between low wattage, which is 7 watts, where I'm running right now, or 42 watts, and it's a loud 42 watts. In fact, it's a loud 7 watts. I am punishing Perry right now with it, and I'm running on the intro. I've got the master all the way, well, almost all the way up, but the volume on about halfway. Everything else is flat. So let's start with some of the cool features. First of all, this dreamy reverb. Here it is off. Here it is on. What I love about it, not only is there a reverb volume, but there's a reverb tone. Reverb is driven by, what is it? A 12AT7 verb tube, and also springs. Along with the reverb volume, you have a reverb tone. So let me turn that, I kind of like the tone down. It's flat. I'm going to turn up the intensity, but turn the tone down a little bit. Get even more up there. Great though, right? Also, tremolo. Dig this. We've got speed and intensity like most of them, but boy, this tube-driven tremolo. So, and you've got this cool solid pedal with the big red light telling you when it's on and off. Anyway, love that. If you've only got 2 effects in your arsenal, tremolo and reverb, that would be my choice. I'd take that over overdrive. So that's just me, bit of a weirdo, but they do tremolo and verb really well. Other ingredients, it's an all-tube amp, which they call valves in the UK. But there are, along with that 12AT7 on the reverb, the rest are, there's 3 other 12AX7s and 2 6L6s. Other features include a 3-band EQ, but it's a little bit more than that. Not only is there bass, middle, and treb, but there's also something called a mid kick, which is just going to give you a little more, well, I imagine, mids. Why don't we try it? So here it is with it off. Here it is with it on. I mean, to me, there's just a little more cut and growl on that. just for funsies, let's go ahead and crank up the volume on this. I'm going to crank up I'm going to bring the master down a bit and bring the main volume up a little bit more so we can get some overdrive. So that's with it goosed all the way up on the volume with the master down a bit. Now with the mid kick, that ought to be a little more aggressive. To me, that sounds very Britishy, right? Like, you know, like British Strat stuff. Why don't we go ahead and put on the Les Paul so you can hear what this thing does with humbuckers. Okay, now I've got my Les Paul on, and the first thing you'll probably notice is that 60 cycle hum is gone. That hum you were hearing was entirely those 60-year-old pickups. These humbuckers are as quiet as can be through this amp. Now I've brought the volume down to just midway, and I'm in voice 1, but a cool feature on this, you have 2 different voices. Along the mid kick that I showed you, that's cool. The other thing is 2 different voices. So let's try, we're in voice 1 right now. Voice 2. I can't really tell you what the difference is, but I do hear a difference. And I like them both. So let's start with some other cool features. Along with the mid kick, the voice 1 and voice 2, the tremolo, the reverb, some other cool bits is it has a series effects loop with a hard bypass, external bias test points and adjustment, a old school slip cover, which is pretty cool. The speaker is a Celestion G12H75 creamback, which you'd expect from a British amp. All in all, man, it sounds great. So why don't I just go through a few different sounds, you can hear what it's like. We're going to keep it on the low setting because the high setting, the difference between the high and low is, in my estimation, purely volume. And the 40 watts or 42 watts is really loud. So we're going to keep it on low watts. But let me kind of start working this up a little bit volume-wise. Put the mid kick on that and put it in voice 1. Now I'm going to goose up the mids and bass even more. Pretty great, right? So this amp, I mean, you could pretty much do anything with it. Studio, arenas, what have you. Love it. To read the full written review, go to premierguitar.com. While you're online, make sure you like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, all that social media crap. We're everywhere. Facebook, go to Facebook. We got a live thing every Monday there. Take a look at that. We've got First Look where I take a look at some new gear from my house. It's fun, impromptu. Join us there. This is John Bolger. Till next time.
Don't forget to sign up for PG Perks, your all-access pass to exclusive gear giveaways and discounts on premierguitar.com.